Had this conversation again today, and I want to go over what I'm seeing as the most common denominator in men who are blindsided with a divorce. She's unhappy. I'm done with the relationship. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Separation, whatever. And that is men who've become two-dimensional. Provider, dad. The conversation today, I asked him, I said, how often do you go out with your buddies? And how often do you make time for things that you enjoy? Never was the answer to both questions. It's been more than a half decade of coaching men, and this runs between 95 and 98% the answer to those questions. They become dad and provider. They're no longer dating their wife. They're no longer doing anything with their friends. They basically are isolated. Or worse, they have couples friends that aren't really theirs. So that in the divorce, these men don't have the testicular fortitude to go, he's my friend, I'm going to still do things with him. They're afraid of angering their wives because they're nice guys too. And you end up isolated, feeling completely alone, and wondering what the hell happened because you did everything right according to what society tells you. Well, what society tells you is a lie, okay? And then you are one, or now you are one. Greatest lie ever told. You're two individuals with a 10 to 15% overlap. And this is no less than 6 times a week I'm having this conversation with men. Out of the blue, they're caught off guard. They have no friends. Every now and then I'll get an outlier who's like, no, I do this, I do that. With my buddies, I do whatever I want. And, the why behind she's unhappy and all is unknown. More and more, I think it's perimenopause, menopause. They fail to get their hormones taken care of. And you are the easiest person to blame for them being unhappy when it's not your responsibility. Or are you able to make her happy? Because if you do whatever she says, she's just going to move the goalposts. She doesn't even know what it takes to make herself happy sometimes, again, because of the whole hormonal thing. So men, if you feel disconnected in the relationship, if you are not spending time with other men, this is your warning. You, whether you realize it or not, you are at risk for divorce. It's one of the reasons brotherhood is the core foundation of your men's group that I've formed with Charlie and Matt. And you've really got to understand that you can't let your friendships die off. You can't just be a dad and a provider because you lose yourself. And it's counterintuitive, but when the men are at risk for divorce, one of the first things we have them do, reconnect with friends, start being selfish and prioritizing themselves. And about half of those guys create a version 2.0, loving, connected, deeply intimate relationship. It's about all you can hope for. So subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and reach out at the contact information below if you'd like to have a conversation before you hear I'm done or I want a divorce. Have a great day, guys.